Hello students, this video message is for my Linear Algebra Online students and my Math 1190 online students. The steps you take to get in the course and start doing homework are the same for both. So let me start at a very basic place for both of us, and that is Brightspace. So you'll go into Brightspace. Now Linear Algebra, I'm going to concentrate on the steps for the Math 1190 students to get registered for my math lab. But the steps for you are identically the same. So what you will do is come into, let's see here if I can find it. Our course is CRN 16365. Let me click in here. And we have two things. The syllabus, you can click on that. I won't go over much of the syllabus. You can read that on your own, but you just click it. And you can see the exams will be proctored by ProctorU, but everything else you'll be able to do on your own. And then you can just scroll through here what you want to see. My office hours and everything like that are in there. The essential learning outcomes. Most importantly for you probably will be this, Pearson, and how to get logged in there. The textbooks are always built into the Pearson system, into the MyMathLab system, so you don't have to buy the textbook. That is optional, although there are ways of getting a paper one if you want. So I'm just going to scroll through the important stuff. You'll have homework all the time. And then we have the withdrawal dates for you. Quantitative reasoning is a little bit different than a traditional mathematics course, so I invite you to read through this. You will have a project that is pretty heavily weighted in this course. For linear algebra, you do not have projects. And then the last page is the tentative schedule. So that's good. Let me come back out of here. And then come back to my math lab registration information. So let me click this. So it tells you where to go. Now I have this feeling that if I click this, it's going to open up in here, but I don't know. So let's find out what happens. It indeed opened up right in there, which is not what I wanted. Well, it took me where I wanted to go, but that's not where I wanted to do. So what I recommend is this. Copy this thing and just do it yourself, because I don't like the idea of opening up in there. Let's try copying that again. It's not pasting. Okay, well, let's do this then. And this doesn't even look like the same thing as I'm used to, but I'm going to come back here because I want that paper up. I want to see the information there. All right, so let's once again go into my math lab registration and click the handout. All right. So then that's the thing that I want to go to. Is that where it took me? A bunch of other stuff opened up here. I don't want this here. I want to create an account, which is what most of you will do. If you do have this, then you can use if you have access to my math lab, that means you've registered for it and everything, you can go and use your account. It should work. I'm just not certain how you get it to work. Now the only thing I want to show you is how to get in here and a little bit of what's going on inside. So you don't have to make any real address. You can just do like ABC dot, I don't know what else we put. Let's put a dash in here. ABCDEF dot yahoo.com, and I got to confirm that email address. So this is the most painful part of it, remembering what my name is. Somehow my pasting is not working in this thing. Well, I found out something wrong here too. I've changed that dot up there to an @ Yeah, I'll use the same username as the email address. And a password, I'm just going to, well, make one up. I'll see what it will let me do. Let's try. Let's manage passwords. No, I don't want to go there. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Hopefully you won't have to bother with all of this stuff. Let's see if they, okay, so they don't show me. All right, so let's see what we're going to do here. Capital letter, let's do C-L-E-V-E-L-A-N-D. Then I got to put some numbers. Let me see, we need at least one uppercase letter and one number. So I'll put an 8. Cleveland 8. So hopefully remember that. I don't need that keep V capitalized. I only need one. So I'm going to change that to a lowercase v because I have a feeling. So I'm going to, while I'm here, let me start up a notepad. Let me see if it'll let me copy any of these things. Now let me see if the right clicking will work. So copy, and we'll see if that will work. That did. There's my username, and my password is down here. I better copy that too, using this method. I was trying to use the keyboard Control C and Control V, but they weren't cutting it. All right, so scroll down here. First name, I can correct Brian. Let's do Vandergraaf. Country, USA. That sounds good to me. Select my role. Your role will be as a student. Your study level. Now, undergraduate. And then finally, month and year of birth. It does this in case there's restricted materials or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll put 07-1968. You need all those digits. You have to agree to this. Let's create the account and see what happens. All right, once it says account created, continue. Okay, it wants a phone number. I think you can skip this. Yes, skip. These installation programs are so ridiculous nowadays. I hate them all. All right, enroll in a course. We need your course ID. Let's see where we come here. And let's see. Well, it will need your course ID. This is why I don't like doing it inside of there, because then we'll go enroll in a course. Give me, now this is where you're going to use the student information stuff. Let's see here. That must be it. They're the last 4 letters. Just the Van Pelt 86890. $86890. Now, here you're presented with the options for buying. You got multi-term access for $150, single-term access for $90. Let's see here. Now, don't do any of these things right now. If you like the course, you can buy this if you want. But if you hate the course and leave within the first 2 weeks, you shouldn't pay anything for this. Right over here on the left, we have get temporary access without payment for 14 days. Do that. Don't bother with paying for anything right now. So click on this. All right, of course, I'm sure that I want temporary access. And then I'll just show you around a little bit in there to get you started. Your course, make sure this is all correct. Let's see. Thank you for shopping with. We'd love. No, I don't want to give my feedback right now. So if your course, it lists algebraic and quantitative reasoning spring 2025 and has the CRN. Go to my courses. As I said, I'm just going to show you around here a little bit. And then here, I'll choose the only course I'm signed up for here. You don't need a lot. You can go here, click on assignments. Let me see. I put one up in here. I've only got one up in here so far. Actually, I got two of them in here. You just click on them and start working them. So there's nothing strange there. The student gradebook, this will be useful to you after you take an exam. You'll be able to go in there and see how you did on the exam. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, the e-text right here. Use this one here. This is the textbook itself. It takes a while to open up. Open the textbook. Same thing works for linear algebra students. You'll go through the exact same steps. I'm not exactly sure what they've adding commercials and things like that to the things nowadays. Over here, these lines, click them, and they'll give you the index or the table of contents. We're going to be starting in chapter 1, so click in there, and you can read through. In fact, chapter 1 is mostly non-mathematics, and it will require you to read through most of it on your own. So we'll be doing chapter 1 parts in there and be scrolling down as we go. This is exactly the same kind of a textbook you would normally have. It just happens to be electronic. So I don't think there's anything else within this that you need to know right now. Just assignments, your gradebook, and e-text are all you need to know. In Brightspace, I think everything's pretty straightforward. So you should be able to get in and get working as soon as you want. And it shouldn't take that long to do it. So I hope this video has helped you out. Good luck with the semester.